In 2025, China built 158 kilometers of highway without a single human behind the wheel. Not one driver, not one operator sitting inside a cab, not one human hand on any control. Just 10 machines moving in perfect sync, guided by satellites, managed by artificial intelligence, laying roads faster and cleaner than any human crew in history ever has. And that was just one of 8 machines China has quietly built that are rewriting the rules of construction entirely. The same West that invented the tunnel boring machine, the foundation drill, and the track laying system watched China buy all of it for decades. What Washington did not see coming was what China was doing while it was buying. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly how 8 Chinese machines are dismantling Western construction dominance, one project at a time. Why engineers in Germany and America are paying very close attention right now. And the one shift that nobody in the construction industry saw coming until it was already too late to reverse. For most of the 20th century, the world's most advanced construction machines came out of Germany, Japan, France, and the United States. They built the tunnels, drilled the foundations, laid the rails. China used those machines to build its own infrastructure. It paid the prices. It followed the instructions. It signed the maintenance contracts. That was the arrangement. And for a long time, nobody in the West saw any reason to question it. If you want to understand what is actually happening in the world before it hits the headlines, hit the like button and subscribe right now. It genuinely helps this channel reach more people. Now let us get into it, and here is the part that reframes everything you are about to see. China was not just buying these machines, it was studying every single bolt, every hydraulic system, every control mechanism, because it had a plan the West never took seriously. Until it was too late. Build up the opponent, the West that built the world. For decades, one truth ran underneath every major infrastructure project on Earth. If you needed to build something impossible, you called a Western company. Germany's Herrennecht built the tunnel boring machines that dug under London, under New York, under Tokyo. Japan's Komatsu and Hitachi supplied the heavy excavators that moved mountains across Southeast Asia. American companies like Caterpillar dominated mining equipment on every continent. France's Vinci and Bouygues won the contracts that built highways and bridges across the developing world. This was not just business, it was infrastructure influenced. When a country depends on your machines to build its roads, its tunnels, its foundations, your technology is embedded in the physical bones of that nation. Your engineers train their engineers. Your replacement parts keep their systems running. Your standards become their standards. It was the most durable form of influence ever invented because it was invisible. Nobody called it power. They called it construction. And China, for the better part of 3 decades, was a customer. A very large, very profitable customer. In the 1990s and early 2000s, China was importing tunnel boring machines at prices that ran into tens of millions of dollars per unit. Every major subway expansion, every underwater tunnel, every deep urban infrastructure project required foreign equipment and foreign expertise. The Western companies that supplied them knew this. They priced accordingly. They kept the most advanced engineering proprietary. They assumed the arrangement would last. They were wrong. Hidden refrain. The buyer that stopped buying. Here is the part that almost no coverage bothers to mention. And once you understand it, every machine in this video stops looking like an engineering achievement and starts looking like a calculated strategic move. Just 20 years ago, China did not manufacture a single tunnel boring machine. Not one. Every TB building, its bucket scoops 75 cubic meters of rock in a single bite, roughly the volume of 2 full shipping containers lifted and dumped in one movement. It processes 12,000 tons of material every single hour. In 1 month of continuous operation, it pulls 5 million tons of coal from the ground. To put that in perspective, it could drain an entire lake in a year. America's largest mining shovels operate at roughly half that extraction rate. The CPG 500 track-laying machine builds 2 kilometers of finished railway in a single work shift. It lays rails and sleepers simultaneously in one continuous unbroken movement. No stopping, no repositioning, no pausing between placements. With a margin of error of just 10 millimeters across the entire run. China used this machine to build 48,000 kilometers of high-speed rail in 2 decades. The entire U.S. high-speed rail network as of today covers fewer than 1,000 kilometers. The Jinghua Tunnel boring machine is 150 meters long, 16 meters in diameter, and weighs 4,300 tons. It drilled 7 kilometers of tunnel directly beneath the heart of Beijing through sand, water, and unstable soft soil without causing a single crack on the surface above. Not one pothole, not one sinkhole, not one disruption to the millions of people walking above it every day. The XCMG rotary drilling rig stands 42 meters tall and weighs 520 tons. Its drill cuts a hole 7.5 meters wide and 190 meters deep. To understand that depth, picture the tallest building in your city. Flip it completely upside down. Push it straight into the ground beneath your feet. That is how far this machine reaches. America's equivalent foundation drills go approximately 120 meters. China's goes 190, and it has been exported to over 80 countries. The XCMG 120 walking excavator moves on 4 articulated legs across slopes, ravines, swamps, and mountain terrain that would stop any wheeled or tracked machine. It operates entirely by remote control with no operator ever put at risk. Online, they call it the Steel Mantis. When you see it crossing an impossible hillside, the name makes complete sense. The Tesmec M5 trencher weighs 77 tons and carries a cutting chain where each individual link is the size of a brick. It slices through granite and volcanic rock at a crawl, barely moving fast enough to notice. But it never stops. And wherever it goes, no rock survives. And then there is the machine that made the Western construction industry go very quiet. The SYSP 2000C autonomous paver. No driver, no operator, no human in the cab. Just artificial intelligence, satellite guidance to centimeter-level precision, and a fleet of 10 machines operating in perfect sync. In 2025, they built 158 kilometers of highway. The finished road was smoother, more uniform, and more precisely laid than roads built by experienced human crews. The machines did not just replace humans, they outperformed them. Global stakes plus American reactions. Here is what makes this more than an engineering story. Every one of these machines has been exported. The XCMG drilling rig is operating in over 80 countries right now. The CPG 500 has laid rail in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Serbia. Chinese tunnel boring machines are digging under cities in Africa, the Middle East, and Southeast Asia, cities that used to buy exclusively from Western suppliers. The U.S.-China Economic and Security Review Commission flagged China's dominance in construction equipment exports in its 2023 annual report to Congress, specifically noting that Chinese infrastructure equipment is now present in critical projects across countries that Washington considers strategically important. Think about what that actually means. When a country builds its subway system using Chinese tunnel boring machines, when its highways are laid by Chinese pavers, when its skyscraper foundations are drilled by Chinese rigs, the engineering standards, the maintenance contracts, the technical training, and the long-term dependency all flow toward Beijing instead of toward Washington or Berlin. It is the same infrastructure influence the West wielded for decades. The direction has simply reversed. Countries in Southeast Asia, Africa, and Central Asia are now facing a version of the same choice that defined the 20th century. But the dominant supplier offering the equipment the financing, and the expertise is no longer American or European. The impossible choice is not theoretical. It is landing on the desk of infrastructure ministers across 3 continents right now. Choose Western suppliers and pay higher prices for equipment that may take longer to deliver. Choose Chinese suppliers and accept the long-term technical and political alignment that comes with the maintenance contracts. There is no neutral option. Washington understands exactly what that means. It is paying very close attention. What comes next? 8 machines, 1 pattern. China spent decades as the world's largest buyer of Western construction technology. It used that time to study, reverse engineer, improve, and eventually surpass what it had been buying. The tunnel boring machine market went from 0 Chinese presence to 70% Chinese dominance in 20 years. The foundation drilling